When you think of heroes, you're probably going to think of a superhero that doesn't have powers that you could see in day-to-day life. Maybe they have super speed, super strength, super buffed regen, maybe even external powers like laser eyes, fire, ice, invisibility.
Maybe the wind can't blow what it can't see.
But rarely will you find a movie where this superpower can be something that's kind of a thing in real life.
I have the power to read minds. For real. I do have to practice more, because like as it stands now, I can only read my own mind. You're not reading your own mind, you're just thinking! That's called thinking!
I just discovered I had this like 2 years ago. What do you mean?
Get out!
And what do a lot of these superheroes still go through? Pain. Well, what if the main character, the main hero, didn't feel pain? That's what happened in Novocaine.
Hey, it's Jack Quaid. The Novocaine trailer starts now.
Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. My name is Mike E, and for today's video, I'm going to be talking about the movie Novocaine, which came out this year. Novocaine stars Jack Quaid. You may also know him as Huey Campbell from The Boys, or I believe he also voiced Superman in some kind of show.
I am...
Clark, I know you're Superman. This is not a big reveal.
Wait, what? You know? Since when?
Prepare to be destroyed, Superman. What was that? Yeah, take that, you jerk. That was a minor inconvenience. Yeah, well, that's the idea. Slowed you down. I'll say. Ow. Didn't see that coming, did you? No. Yeah, well, you know, take that.
Jack Quaid stars as Nathan Kane, who is a bank teller who might seem like your average guy, but the kicker is he can't feel pain. This actually stems from a rare disorder he has called congenital insensitivity to pain. Like I already said, he cannot feel physical pain. Now, a lot of people might think, wow, that's awesome. Like imagine you can't, you step on a Lego, it doesn't hurt.
And always be sure to keep the soap out of your ass.
You get like punched in a fight or something like that. You just shrug it off or something like that, But this actually has a lot of drawbacks. His girlfriend, Sherry, he meets this girl that he really likes. They go on a date. She's trying to offer him to eat like a slice of pie, I believe it was. He's like, no, I can't do that because he might accidentally bite his tongue, I believe. And if, he bites his tongue, he's not gonna know or something like that. He's not gonna feel the pain. This is a disorder that people have in real life as well, actually, that they cannot feel pain. And like I said, this has many drawbacks in real life as well. You might suffer some sort of a cut that you don't know about. It could get infected or something like that. Even in terms of like internal pain, like something like that. Like, let me connect this to my own life. I hate to make this about myself, but I'm gonna connect this to my own life. I personally had something a few years ago called appendicitis. Now, if it weren't for the throwing up and all that stuff, it was an intense pain in my stomach. Someone with this disorder might not feel that. I know it might seem like pain is always a bad thing, but pain can at least be a signal that something's wrong with your body and then you need to take care of it, or you need to take care of the issue. But back to the movie. Nathan Kane cannot feel pain. He's a bank teller, which is going to be really important. His bank is actually the victim of a robbery. Now, it's not just some quaint little robbery.
How can I help you?
We're here to make a withdrawal.
There are fatalities, at least one, I believe, which is his manager. He's close to he himself becoming a victim. His girlfriend, Sherry, is actually taken by the bank robbers, sort of like as a kidnapping victim. Instead of waiting for the police to do this stuff, he takes matters into his own hands. Nathan Kane himself embarks on this journey to try to track down these kidnappers and get back the girl he loves.
Sorry, I will bring it back.
Oh my god, what am I doing?
To make things worse, the police are after him as well. He doesn't exactly know where the robbers went because the robbers actually were in two different cars. One of them trailed off and he went with, he followed the one that didn't have his girlfriend, unfortunately. And he has to embark on this journey of trying to find out where the robbers may be hiding. Action movie, it's gotta have good fight scenes, it does.
Get what we want. Ah! Oh, you're strong.
I am so sorry.
The first one being when he catches up to the first robber that he chased. They kind of get into like the kitchen, like a kitchen of a restaurant, and they fight in there.
Finishing talking to Marcus and
Step out.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to Marcus.
Now get the fuck off my expo chef now!
Many like creative things happen, like he uses flour, which doesn't really do anything.
You don't have like a gluten thing, do you?
But he does many things. Since he can't feel pain, he actually deep fries his fist.
Well, you could have warned us your pal Samir was Ving up a Kentucky Fried fucking massacre, couldn't ya?
All the while with all these like creative little like ways of him defeating the villain in this kitchen.
Okay.
He then tries to get more information from his tattoo artist, which also happens to be an evil guy. He fights the tattoo artist, prevailing as the underdog because this tattoo artist was much larger than him, but you know, Nathan Kane can't feel pain, so that alone is what's able to make him keep going and defeat the villain. At this point, he's actually sustained quite a few injuries, so he meets up with a guy he helped earlier as one of his bank customers. He helped him with a loan, I believe, or something like that. He helped him with his business, something like that happened. To keep Nathan Kane going, he takes an adrenaline shot. I believe it's what's used for EpiPens, if I'm not mistaken. He takes an adrenaline shot, and he's back on the road again. In this third fight, one of the bad guys' houses, because actually, I forgot to mention this, the guy that split off that Nathan Kane beat in the first place was actually a brother of one of the other robbers. Nathan Kane gets to this guy's house, but it's booby-trapped.
What is that? What the fuck is that? Why?
I'm not gonna say he's unfazed because there are things that these things still affect him in a physical manner, but he goes through all these traps and he's just unfortunate, you know? The bad guy brother then comes in and he is of course very mad at Nathan Kane for offing his own brother. What you see next is a torture scene, which if you can even call it that, because Nathan Kane can't feel pain.
Alright, I get it!
I need to stop saying the slogan so much. When the bad guy does these things to him, Nathan has to try to act like it's a pain for him until help can arrive.
I will stay alive, I promise.
This I should have mentioned. He has one online friend. Nathan Kane has one online friend who is played by Jacob Batalon, I believe his name is pronounced. You may know him as Ned from Spider-Man.
I need you to cause a distraction.
Holy shit. We're all gonna die! There's a space!
Here his name is Roscoe. He hyped himself up to be this like cool biker guy that's like...
That you were 6'5" and that you looked like Jason Momoa?
I said I kinda look like Jason Momoa.
Right. He's just a very specific looking man.
Together, Roscoe and Nathan Kane take down this other bad guy.
Bearman! Yeah, more! Yeah! What? Yeah! You like that shit? Yeah, that's right, bitch!
Not after Nathan Kane suffers even more injuries. The police do eventually catch up to him right here, but Roscoe takes the fall for him. Nathan gets away to try to finally find the place where they're keeping his girlfriend. There is a plot twist in between here, which I'm not going to tell you guys because, like I said, I kind of want you guys to watch this movie yourselves and have some things to not know everything that's going to happen, you know. Next is the final battle where Nathan Kane finally finds his girlfriend and the main villain. What follows next is a two-part final battle, one that takes place in like the safe house where the villains were staying, and another one that takes place in a shipping dock as they try to get away. I'm not going to tell you guys the whole plot and the whole movie. I want you guys to not know the ending and the plot twist and stuff like that. Just go watch the movie yourself after this video ends. What are my own thoughts on this? I think this was one of my favorite movies of 2025 so far. Apart from all the superhero movies that came out, it might be my favorite movie that came out in 2025. When I look at audience consensus of the movie, a lot of people really liked it. I definitely think it's one of my favorite action comedies that I've ever watched. I think Jack Quaid did a really good job in this movie. I really loved the comedy in this movie. His comedic timing and just like comedy in general I thought was really funny. It wasn't a lot of like typical jokes you'd see in like an action movie. I'm not like the bad guys aren't saying like Nathan Kane's right behind me, isn't he? Like that's not happening anymore. I think the concept is what really pushed the movie ahead for me. Just the fact that he can't feel pain, but that's really it. Just the fact that he can't feel pain. Besides that, he's like a normal guy. I thought that was pretty cool. If you're a fan of action movies or a fan of comedy movies, I definitely recommend this. Also, if you're a fan of The Boys.
William? What a surprise!
Now, before I go, I want to mention another thing. I'm currently in the process of trying to become an actor, so I guess I could say that that's my job right now. I don't know. I'm in the process of being an actor. You can check out my last few videos about that. I'm gonna be talking about my self-care routine. Basically, that's just like my self-improvement beyond the gym, you know. I wrote a Spider-Man 2099 movie. You can also check that video out. Mighty 20 gets you 20% off Definity Athletics. Have a great day. Work hard. Be mighty.